Equity tech is a hot market and will always be a hot market until you find ways to eliminate all the friction, all the disparities, all the challenges that currently exist in the workplace. You're always going to find ways to have innovation, and you're always going to find ways to have software and services that find ways to streamline that process to make it more transparent, more efficient, and hopefully more net beneficial for everybody in the workplace. And so it's an exciting space to be in. It's a hot space because the time is now, and it's an important time as there's so much momentum and so much attention being put on the sector and pressure from the top of management to find ways to create an environment that they want to retain talent and they want to attract talent. And if you create an environment that people feel is fair and equal, I think that's, again, somewhat of a recipe for success. Leaders can measure the impact of their equity and tech investment and their ROI in two distinct ways. Clearly, there's a science component, obviously looking at the numbers, looking at the net benefit in terms of the profitability of the business, the productivity of the business, the opportunity for that business to continue to scale and meet its benchmarks and meet its goals and outperform. All leaders are trying to find ways to encourage and push their business to be more successful. So 100%, you got to look at that. What is the ROI there, and how do you measure that? The second part is the art component. And when I think about the art component of creating a culture and an environment that an employee can thrive, an employee that feels happy, that feels seen, that feels respected, that feels safe, that feels they're in an environment where there's transparency and that there's an equal playing field, to me, that's an environment for an employee to really take off and accelerate. And so I think what happens there is one of the key measurements is retention. Are you being able to retain your top talent, and are you able to attract your top talent? And so at the end, when you really think about it, it's both the art and the science, and the ability to measure both is the net benefit of how you can think about the equity tech and the implications of it and the benefit from a leadership standpoint. HR leaders in today's world are leaders. They have an opportunity to make very important decisions that have the opportunity to send companies on the trajectory in a good way and possibly in a bad way. And the HR leaders that are understanding how to embrace technology to make their jobs better and more efficient and make wiser decisions as it pertains to creating the best workplace are the HR leaders of tomorrow.